Good morning, dear students. Myself, Miss Deepti from Dip Scroll Bar. In today's lecture, we are going to continue the reading of Geography Chapter 13, Life in Temperate Grassland. In yesterday lectures, we have read about where these temperate grasslands are located and what names, what are the names these temperate grasslands having in different continents. So in today's lecture we are going to read about the one of the most important temperate grass, that is prairies. These prairies grasslands are located in North America, and in this map you can see here is the prairies. It is located in the two countries of America and in Canada. So let's start. The temperate grassland in the North America, mainly in USA and Canada, are called the prairies. The word prairies has been diverted from the Latin word prieta, which stand for meadows. Prairies are located in the interior part of USA and Canada. They lie between Rocky Mountains in the west and the Appalachian Mountains in the east and Great Lakes in the northeast. So you can see here this dotted line, here is this full area, whole area is the prairies, whereas there here is the Rocky Mountains is here, and Appalachian Mountains are here, Great Lakes are in the north, and the these moderate plateau, southern Saricam lakes are in the southern part of the prairies. Canadian prairies extend over the provinces of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario, and are drained by the tributaries of Saskatchewan rivers. Winnipeg in Canada is called the gateway to the prairies. The prairies in United States of America extend over the states in North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Manitoba, Montana, Iowa, and Wisconsin, and drained by the Mississippi River and its numerous tributaries. This region has flat and slightly undulating landscape. Undulating means थोड़ा सा ऊपर नीचे वाला. There is a slight increase in the relief and of the land towards the west and also towards the south. So ये थोड़ा सा high region है, ये थोड़ा सा हाई रीजन है. यू कैन सी फ्रॉम हेयर द हाई रीजन क्यों है. वेस्ट में ये थोड़ा हाई है बिकॉज ऑफ द रॉकी माउंटेन्स के पास होने के कारण से, एंड एक इन द साउथ में भी ये थोड़ा सा हाई आ जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रॉकी माउंटेन्स की जो लोअर सदर्न पार्ट्स हैं, ये पार्ट्स के कारण ये जो पेरिस के नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट एंड सदर्न पार्ट थोड़ा सा बाकी एरिया से थोड़ा सा ऊंचा रिलीफ में आता, ऊंचा होते हैं. They are high in slightly higher than the other areas. There are few plateaus and low hills. A major part of your prairies in USA and Canada is covered with short grass and mostly treeless. This is very important. Mostly treeless. Treeless means there is no trees. Most of the land there is no trees. There are vastly grass and is there. Why trees were very less? Why trees are not grown here? Because the less amount of rainfall is there due to that. And or as all the temperate grassland are located in interior of continent, they experience an extreme type of climate or a continental type of climate. Means summers are warmer and winters are cooler. Continental type of climates means summers are warmer and winters are cooler. The temperature during the summer's month is about 20 degree, and during the winter it can be low as minus 20 degree. The Canadian prairies remain under shadow snow almost throughout the winter months. The difference between the day and night temperature is also very high. So this is the climate, what type of climate we found in the पेरिस. तो कॉन्टिनेंटल टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट है, जाने की गर्मियों में गर्मी पड़ती है और सर्दियों में ठंड भी बहुत ज़्यादा पड़ती है. तो यहाँ पर एक चीज़ जो मेन चीज़ आती है कि डे एंड नाइट के टेम्परेचर में भी काफ़ी डिफरेंस हो सकता है. मान लो कि अगर डे का टेम्परेचर देयर इज़ 20-25 डिग्री इज देयर, तो रात का टेम्परेचर माइट बी 18 नहीं, 10, 8, 7 माइट बी डिफरेंस होगा उसके टेम्परेचर में. The annual rainfall is only about 50 centimeter, which fall mostly during the spring and the summer seasons. Wind blows in the great speed and there is no obstacle in the north and in the south. The local wind Chinook blow during the winter season. These winds come from the eastern slope of Rocky Mountains. These warm and dry winds rise the temperature in the winter season and also help in the melting of snow. So ये जो Chinook local winds and these plays a important role to make the region little bit warmer in the summer season, in the winter season. So and these winds which blows from the Rocky Mountains toward the prairies, these winds are warmer. So due to that they help in the melting of the snow also. During the limited rainfall, the natural vegetation is in prairies is limited to a short grass, shrubs and scattered trees. Scattered मतलब यहाँ वहाँ कहीं कहीं पर पेड़ उग जाते हैं. The main species of the trees are willows, poplar and elders. These trees mostly grow along the banks of rivers and lakes and also along the mountain slopes. जो ट्रीज का ज़्यादातर, ये जो 3 ट्रीज का नाम आ रहा है, जो विलोव्स, पॉपुलर एंड द एल्डर्स का नाम आता है, ये जो ट्रीज हैं ज़्यादातर मेनली दे आर फाउंड नियर द रिवर बैंक्स, lake banks or on the slopes of the mountains. The original grassland have now been converted into farmlands. A short and spare grasses are suitable for the cattle rearing. In Italy, the American buffalo or bison was the most important animal in Paris, which used to roam all over the grasslands. It was indiscriminately killed due to the reckless hunting by the European migrants. It was nearly extinct and has now been declared a protected animal in the USA. The other animals including begler, Paris dog, coyote, Paris wolf, jackal, foxes, and pole, rattlesnake, rabbits, and gophers are found. These common birds are hawks, eagles, and owls. So these are the wildlife found in the Paris region. So in short, we can say the Paris region grassland is converted into the converted into the farmlands, and where some grasses is there, the grasses are very short, and these grasslands are used as the for the cattle rearing. Whereas before human can go and habitate there, these grasslands were the house of American buffalo called bisons. Bisons used to roam here and there in these grasslands. So this was the Paris introduction of Paris. In this paragraph we have read about the location of Paris. Even though we have read about the temperature climate of the Paris, important winds that blow in the Paris, and we also have read about the natural vegetation found in the Paris as well as the wildlife of the Paris. In next lecture we are going to read about the people in the Paris. Till then, take care. Thank you very much.